was lost in the litter box, I was so lonely. Then I found you, now I'm here, stinky and holy.
Greetings, hepcats, hipsters, and flipsters. Slide your chairs in close and tune your frequencies to the heavy vibes of the underground.
This is your main man, the jazz cat of the chat, Naarrr Rator, spinning the wax on another chapter of domestic calamity.
We last left our scene in a state of sensory dissonance, Daddy-O.
On one side of the pad, we had the groovy sister Peace, digging the morning sun in her favorite tie-dyed skirt,
Sipping that hot Java juice and thinking all was right with the cosmos.
But across the hall, the vibes were brown, man, strictly brown. The venerable St. Don was improvising a solo he didn't mean to play.
Started with a BRAAAP, a sonic boom that rattled the coffee. It wasn't just gas, my friends, it was a declaration of war.
Watch the man attempt a frantic, clench-cheeked waddle, only to paint his cargo shorts a shade not found on any color wheel.
It ended with a splash, a splatter, and a sound like a firehose filled with gravy emptying into a metal bucket, a shart of biblical proportions.
Now, the door is closed, but the melody lingers. As St. Don shouted over the cacophony. Some people think it's funny, but it's really brown and runny. Can the porcelain hold? Can their olfactory nerves survive the fallout?
Put on your gas masks and dig the scene. This is episode 2 of Nature Calls, the Ballad of the Brown Volcano.
The Ballad of the Brown Volcano. Peace, Dawn HomoFreakian greeted the morning sun with a serene smile and a steaming mug of coffee. She wore her favorite white sports bra and tie-dyed skirt. The birds were singing, the air was fresh, and for a moment, all was right with the world. From the other room, her husband, the venerable St. Don Domenico HomoFreakian, felt a different kind of morning greeting. It wasn't the sun, nor the birds. It was a low, ominous gurgle from the depths of his holy bowels. The first tremor was a sonic boom that rattled the coffee in Peace's mug. BRAAAP. It was a long, sonorous fart, a true masterpiece of flatulence that echoed through their humble abode, smelling faintly of regret and chili. Just a bit of morning thunder, my love. St. Don called out, but his face told a different story. The gurgle had become a raging tempest. He clutched his stomach, a cold sweat beading on his brow. This was no mere gas bubble. This was a declaration of war. Peace took a cautious sniff of the air. The aroma was complex. It was a bouquet of last night's dinner and pure, unadulterated digestive distress. She pinched her nose, her eyes watering. Good grief, Don. St. Don decided to risk a small, controlled release to alleviate the pressure. It was a catastrophic miscalculation. What began as a hopeful squeak quickly devolved into a wet, sputtering squelch, a shart of biblical proportions. "Oh, honey," Peace said, her voice a mixture of horror and morbid fascination as she peered into the living room. "I think you just painted your shorts a new shade of brown." Panic set in. The brown volcano was about to erupt. With a desperate cry, St. Don launched himself towards the bathroom, his movements a frantic, clench-cheeked waddle. "It's coming," he screamed, leaving a trail of terror in his wake. Peace watched the chaotic retreat, shaking her head as she took another sip of her now lukewarm coffee. The sounds from behind the closed bathroom door were apocalyptic. It sounded less like a man using the toilet and more like a fire hose filled with gravy being emptied into a metal bucket. From the bathroom, amidst the cacophony of explosive diarrhea, St. Don's voice echoed with newfound wisdom. "Some people think it's funny," he yelled over the splashing, "but it's really brown and runny."
Whoa, Daddy-O, can you dig that frequency? That was heavy. We just witnessed a scene of pure, unadulterated acoustic doom.
We saw our man, St. Don, staring into the abyss of a brown volcano. And let me tell you, cats, the abyss stared back.
And it looked a lot like a fire hose filled with gravy emptying into a metal bucket. That wasn't just a biological function, man. That was an apocalyptic soundscape. The poor guy painted his shorts a shade that ain't on any color wheel.
And as the man hollered from the depths of his porcelain prison, some folks find the groove T-urous, B-U-T-T. It's really brown and runny. A heavy truth indeed.
But the beat goes on. The gut, it never sleeps. Just when you think the vibration has settled, the universe serves up a new rhythm. A spicy rhythm. Flip the page, babies. We're moving from the Brown Volcano to a little track we call Nature Calls, the Ballad of the Burrito. The scene? A morning rumble that isn't thunder. The culprit? A ghost pepper burrito that's staging a rebellion. The obstacle?
A broken throne that peace, that baking goddess, has marked with a sign of danger.
So strap in. We got a plumbing disaster, a frantic dash across the green grass, and a spider the size of a dinner plate guarding the gates of relief. Can our HomoFreakian hero conquer his porcelain destiny? Let's watch the man sweat. It's showtime.
Whoa, that was viscous.
Can you cats still hear the echo? The Brown Volcano just erupted, and the fallout was heavy. We witnessed a man turned into a fire hose of gravy.
We heard the philosophy of the porcelain. It was brown, and it was most definitely runny. A tragic symphony of digestive distress.
But before we flip the script to the next track, I need you to get in the groove with us. Validate the vibe, Daddy-O. Smash that thumb. If you felt the rumble, give it a tap. Let the universe know you dig the raw, unfiltered truth of the HomoFreakian lifestyle.
And don't be a tourist in this lounge. Join the band, slice through the hesitation, and subscribe. We're building a tribe here, and the only admission fee is your attention. Ring the bell, wake it up, make it sing. You don't want to be asleep when the next disaster strikes.
That's right. The Brown Volcano has gone dormant, but a new heat is rising. Next up on the playlist, the Ballad of the Burrito.
We're talking ghost peppers. We're talking a broken throne. We're talking a man, a roll of paper, and a sprint against destiny.
Stick around, cats. Nature is calling. Again.
I've been beat up, I've been thrashed, I've been used by all. But now I'm feeling a certain call. But now I'm feeling a certain call to the nearest wall.